Hi, and welcome to day 7 of the Confident Mormon Women Challenge. I am so excited that you are here. I'm hoping that you're doing the homework and that you're learning and growing and finding out a lot about you and what's important to you and what you want to do. So today, question for you. Have you ever felt a little bit of stress or a lot of stress? Raise your hand. That would be like all of us, maybe times 10. Stress is just something that happens. So we're going to talk a little about tips to stress, how we can stress less. Do you know that 85% of the things that we stress about, that we worry about, never happen? 85% of the things. That is a lot of unnecessary stress and worry. And usually when we feel stress, well, sometimes our family notices it before we do. They know with me, it's kind of, you just feel, your shoulders feel heavy, you feel like you're carrying this huge weight on your shoulders and kind of stressed out, and you're not usually really happy, not usually your very best self at all. We usually feel those triggers. So recognize those when those triggers are happening. And then today we're going to give you a couple little tools that you can use to help when you start feeling those stresses coming on. The first is called a stress toolkit. And it's not a real toolbox kit, but I guess it could be a toolkit with real tools. But within that, I want you to come up with different things that help you when you're feeling stress. What are some things that you can do when you are feeling stress that can help you get out of that spot? Things like one of the best things is just to get up and get moving. Whether you run around the block, get up, just march in place, you can sing a song, burst out, whatever, go ride a bike, go jump a rope, anything just to get moving, get that heart going, get moving. And usually that helps us get out of that. That's one of the first things that we can do that will help us get out of that place. One of the things we could do is to avoid unnecessary stressors, period. There are certain things we know, certain buttons that either others push or we can push ourselves that we know. Stop it. Avoid those things. It's not helpful for us at all. So another thing you can put in your toolkit, maybe call a friend, walk your dog, go shopping. Well, for some of you, that may cause more stress. Sit down and read a good book. Listen to some good music. Soul searching. You can read your scriptures. You could get down and say a prayer. Just help me get past this moment. And sometimes it is getting through a moment by moment, and then minutes and hours, and and then getting through the day. Sometimes that happens, and I get it. That is life. So often, it's just important to get out of our heads. We start thinking and thinking, we get the saboteurs that we talked about earlier. Those are thinking and adding to that 85% of the stress that we don't worry about, but that is all there as well. Come up with some things that work for you. Watch a funny movie, do a video clip on YouTube, do something that's really funny. Like I said, call a friend, go play with somebody's child. If you don't have one, go borrow one. They would love that. Go play at the park, go slide, whatever it is. Make a list or put some things in that stress toolkit that you can do that will help get you out of that place. Another thing you could do is set what we call is a worry time. And that is a specific time every single day, the same amount at the same time that you can spend to worry. And you may be thinking, that is not really what I want to be doing, but let me just share a little bit about it with you, and maybe you'll change your tune. It may work and it may not, but it's a thought. It's one of those extra tools that you can use. So what you do is just get a little cheap notebook, and then through the course of the day, as you start to worry or stress about things, you write down what it is that you're worried or stressed about. Some of the top stressors are usually money, school, time, children, lack of children, husband, lack of husband, just getting things, work, all of church callings, church responsibilities, friends, family, aging parents, children with special health needs. There's a million different things that we stress and worry about. And it's not that those things aren't important, but when we are so stressed and so worried about them, we're not taking care of ourselves, and then therefore we're not any hope for them. So back to the worry time. Write a list of all of the things that you're worrying about as they come to your mind. And instead of dwelling on it right then, you just take a mental note and say, I've written it down. I will worry about it during my worry time. And then pick the same time every day. Maybe it's 8 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever it is. And at that time, you will set a timer for 5 minutes, no more than 10. We don't want to dwell on these, but we want to address those and give them the consideration that you want. So you're thinking about them, but you're not dwelling on them. And then you'll get out your worry list. You've got your timer set. You'll read, read all of the little worries. And then when the timer goes off, You close your notebook and you put it down and you say, I can worry again about this tomorrow with my worry time. By being present to what you're doing, that allows you to be your own self. Again, you don't have to worry about it because you know you're going to be able to spend a time worrying about it, thinking about it, contemplating it. It's just not going to consume all of your waking hours and your your whole persona. It's not going to do that. It's not going to take away from who you are and what you want to be doing. In D&C 10.4, it says, do not run faster or labor more than you have strength. So often we feel like we are in a race and that we have to do more, faster, better, longer. I mean, how much sleep do you get on a night? I mean, I'm not really a good person to ask, but for most of us, we don't take care of what we need to. We are stressing way too much, and that is not helping us. That is not serving us at all. Understand that we have different times and seasons in our life. If you're struggling, maybe you have little children at home, or you're going to law school, or whatever you're doing, or you have a lot of children, you have grown children, you're taking care of an aged parent, whatever it is, there's different seasons in our life. And sometimes we may be in the season of receiving service. We may need, occasional meals brought in. We need somebody to help us. And then there are other times where we may be the givers. So we are out to serve and to do what we can to help and bless the lives of others. Wherever you are, that's where you are. Embrace it, know that, and understand that wherever we are, if we're in stresses, this too shall pass. And maybe it's something so big and so harsh that you don't even see an end in sight, but it is there. So understand and recognize, but whatever we can do to help relieve some of that stress that we feel, then we can have a more productive, a more fulfilled life. So the homework assignment for you today, I want you to pick something that works for you. Either if you haven't tried something, then you know that it works for you. Try one of these other ones. Get your stress toolkit. Make a list of the things that you can do that will help you get out of when you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed. That can help you get out of that spot. Or you may want to set your worry time. And if it's your worry time, I want you to write a specific time that you are going to every single day allocate 5 to 10 minutes so that you can do that. And through the course of your day, you know that you can write those things down and think about them and during your worry time. And by giving it that, you're releasing that stress from your body the rest of the day. So homework again, come up with something that works for you for your stress, whether it's the toolkit, the worry chart, and then take action. So it's not enough just to have it down, but when you're feeling that way, you must take action and find out what works for you. Find out what helps you, what's going to be a blessing in your life, which can also bless the lives of others as well. Because we all know when we're a little happy, our family's usually a little happier as well. Or those that are friends or colleagues, the people that are with us, it can't help but go, to radiate with them as well. So I'm excited to hear how it goes. Please take the time to do your homework assignment today and see how it can continue to bless your life with that. So until next time, have an enjoyable day.